3 days down and we're headed to Championship Sunday. But before that, we gotta break down everything you need to know from round 3 of USDGC only on the Disc Golf World. I'm Jefferson, alongside me as always, the one with all the holes in his game, Swiss Cheese. If you're here, make sure to come stop by the Disc Golf World booth. Not sure how much longer we're gonna have things available. Moving day is typically the hardest to make a video about because everyone is so damn focused on shooting good. There's no controversy to spin into a catchy title, so for the few of you that are catching this video, you are much appreciated. For those about to click off, don't worry, we'll get to the juicy stuff for the final day recap tomorrow, filled with complaints, issues, and everyone's favorite, drama. Heading into round 3, disc golf legends and now Discraft teammates Ricky Wysocki and Paul McBeth were tied up on top of the leaderboard. All the old heads made sure to come out from the shadows, renewing their DGN. That was until the paywall, so hi to everyone who stumbled upon this video in the process. After the second hole, McBeth took the lead, and on the 4th, Ricky took a bogey, following it up with a double on hole 6 after 2 OBs. I was out recording, so I wasn't able to watch live, but was shocked when I heard about what happened. I knew there was a highlight that needed to be watched because this was not a typical dunk it in the water on 5 or throw OB on 17, but a triple on the beach hole left many diehard Wysocki fans heartbroken. For the rest, we're going to be waiting for the video since that won't be released for another day. I'm going to wait until tomorrow before I release my full opinion on the paywall, but I can tell you, it's not going to be positive. But I'm going to make you wait for the unfiltered rant. Even after suffering from a double bogey, Ricky did his best to crawl back, shooting 6 under, finishing the day 2 down, but still within striking distance with one more round to go. Many fans are disappointed not to see Ricky in the lead. However, being a few strokes off might be good for the spirits. Knowing he has to come out blazing could be exactly what his knees need. This is his last chance to claim a win on tour, keeping his 14-year win streak alive and busting that major drought so we can finally move on to new talking points. And no, I'm not counting the championship as a win. McBeth managed to stack birdies as they came his way, knocking down C1 putt every chance he could until hole 11, where he found hazard twice, resulting in a double bogey that sent him back after the work he put in. He captured a couple more birds, but that would be accompanied by bogeys. Paul couldn't stay safe, giving away crucial strokes. The legend started in the driver's seat, but left the OG fans disappointed. Yeah, I say that dramatically because Paul still has a share of the lead, but some of us want the flashback to the 2015 bleached mohawk and diamond earrings walking in victories. And it would be sick to watch him tie Ken Climo's record when he's here in person, no less. From what I've experienced, Kenny isn't afraid to speak his mind, so I would love to hear his perspective on McBeth getting his 18th major. And you bet we'll try to get an exclusive, but 2 interviews in a week might be hard. Go check out yesterday's recap if you missed the champ on the Disc Golf World channel. Anthony Barello started his round with a bogey, and it would take until a birdie on hole 4 to get the day going. He would convert on every putt inside the circle that would lead him to an 8 under round, jumping him up into first place. Last season, he led USDGC by 1 going into Sunday, but wasn't able to make it happen. And now having the legend/mentor chasing you down can't be easy. Although this might be the hurdle he needs in order to make that next step in his professional career. Plus, would really hate to see him give away his 3rd major. Remember, it was only a season before this he got his first ever win. Calvin Heimberg has sneakily found himself on lead card after an 8 under round 3. Unfortunately, he snagged a double bogey on 8, but not soon after snagged an eagle followed by 3 birdies in a row to push back. Calvin's no rookie to lead cards, and he's ready to represent Innova in the final round and battle for his 2nd major of his career, and also on the season. For everyone like myself who bet the Gannon-Burt under on the 2.5 finishing place, we're not only going to need a little help, but also for him to find the ice in his veins. He moved up 6 spots into 6th place, took only 2 pars on the round while managing a roller coaster of a day, capturing a few birdies, then a bogey, an eagle here, and a bogey there. Smashed into a rock on hole 13 that would surely skipped him into the circle, followed by another bogey off the hay bales that I'll blame on being full tilt. Bounced back with 3 more birdies. Helps when you can guarantee every putt inside the circle is going to be made, plus a few bonuses on his way to a 9 under. Now 6 strokes back at the lead with only legends of the game in front of him. Out of reach for many, but for the #1 disc golfer in the world, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And screw you guys, I'm counting Andrew Marweed as a legend. Have you ever seen the dude putt? If not, check out the highlights from round 3 because he was running every death putt without any worry. I wish my balls were made of that kind of steel. The veteran has battled each day to find himself on chase card going into Championship Sunday. With conditions looking rainy all day, that could bring an advantage, but knowing the players on top and what this title means, I think we're going to see some hot scores. All I can think is that time Calvin shredded in the downpour, but we're just going to have to see it happen. But first, Swiss, hit the people with the FPO recap.
After a 10 straight birdie performance and a charge from chase card, DGN just might have gotten the Player of the Year candidate head-to-head battle they hoped for. Following all the names over on the MPO side, Player of the Year lead-up certainly makes sense, even if Anneli Tugas-Manesti crashed the party, as she still holds the lead over both of the headliners. Yet most of the highlights and chatter will still surround Missy Gannon's round, as birdies were dropping for her as easy as all the shared fan beers over at the Disc Golf World tent. Add the fact that Missy has never lost an event this season when shooting a 1030 rated round or higher, has some already crowning her early, ignoring Silva Saarinen's round, where she scored just as many birdies as Missy did, and left some strokes on the table while at it. Just look at 7. Actually, don't bother. I'll just cover it later. And no one should be sleeping on Manesti any longer, as her run continues despite being pushed by not one but 2 Player of the Year candidates, the crowds, and weather. Appears the now 3-person race, even if it's not covered that way, still has all of them separated by only a stroke amongst each other, but 10 away from Paige and the rest of the field as they separated from them. Fans should expect continued solid play and close race into Championship Sunday, even with the expected bad weather. After a poor round 3 that dropped Missy from the top of the leaderboard to chase card, she needed a solid performance to at least close the gap. And after a bogey on 5 left her even for the round, Missy rattled off 10 straight birdies in a row from there, rather comfortably also, only needing a single C2 putt and a clean C1 putting performance during that stretch. Missy climbed up the ranks and into the lead altogether during that run, and that was only because Silva's 3 putt on 7 for a double bogey allowed it. The only thing that was worse than her forehand approach off the tee. Silva had birdied 5 of the first 6 holes before that 12-foot miss erased a portion of it. That and the fact that 7 would be the only blemish, but a hole that has given her some troubles over the event. But she still birdied 6 of the remaining 11 holes after, and that was despite 3 more missed putts from C1, finishing with a 9-under round and a stroke off the lead. Sure, the comeback and the birdie streak deserves the attention, but Silva was just as dominating. Beat or tied Missy in every statistic outside of putting, and even edged Missy by 2 strokes tee to green on the round. And yes, I know it's comical to bring up stats and ratings for an event that doesn't register them at all, which just might have been a good thing also, as Manesti highlighted that's not going over too well either. But let's move back to her performance, as she just might be lost in the discussion with the Player of the Year narratives hanging in the balance. She had the lowest round of the 3 at 7 under, but still put together a 5-pack of birdies in the middle of Missy's stretch on the back half, while also holding on to her lead from cardmate Silva after she handed it to her on 7, and was an OB stroke on 18 from having an even larger lead going into tomorrow. A big win stateside for the Estonian vet would not only be her first, but enough to ruin the Player of the Year chatter and the promoted battle. And I'm here for all of it, and welcome it no less. With OB looming during a wet, windy, and cold final round conditions, all including Manesti could deliver despite the pressure. And while we're on the topic of pressure, Silva not only needs to beat Missy, but also a win if the Player of the Year award is in her sights. I for one don't agree with it, but that's where she stands after Missy's MVP win. But that's just coming from a guy that's not trusted enough for a media vote, so take that with a grain of salt.
And that's everything you need to know from round 2 of USDGC. By the time you're watching this, the event is over, but that doesn't mean you can't subscribe to not miss out on the recap of the Tour Championship next weekend. Oh yeah, and we're still going to post USDGC final recap too, so don't forget about that. Gotta give huge props to everyone who's made this event the best tournament anyone can attend. I wholeheartedly stand by that. Tomorrow we'll have a breakdown of the entire event, and I'm not just talking the play. You're not going to want to miss it, so please make sure to subscribe.